A lot of women are told about the needs to balance their hormones. Very few are told that they need to also clean them. If your detox pathways are overwhelmed, blocked, or sluggish, no amount of supplements, clean eating, or even hormone suppression will fully work. I'm Martin Benjamin, a certified master herbalist, functional nutritionist with almost 20 years of experience in women's reproductive wellness. Welcome back to the A to Z of Fibroids, where I break complex topics down into a way that actually makes sense. Today, we're doubling up on the letter L with the liver and the lymphatic system, two of the most powerful and most overlooked systems involved in hormone balance, inflammation control, and fibroid healing. So let's start with the liver. Your liver is the largest internal organ in the body, and it's one of the hardest working organs you have. Every day or every single minute, it filters about 1.5 liters of blood. That adds up to nearly 2,000 liters every day, which means almost everything you eat, drink, breathe, or absorb passes through your liver. Beyond detoxification, your liver breaks down fats, regulates blood sugar, processes hormones, and neutralizes toxins like medication, alcohol, chemicals, and environmental pollutants. And there is something even more incredible about the liver. Your liver can rejuvenate itself. You can function just on half of your liver as long as that tissue remains healthy. So that tells you how resilient and how powerful this organ really is. So now let's talk about how detox actually happens. Liver detoxification occurs in 3 phases. Phase 1 uses an enzyme known as cytochrome P450 to break toxins down into intermediate compounds. This phase creates free radicals, which means your body needs antioxidants to protect cells from damage. Phase 2 is where things either move forward or they get stuck. And this is where those toxic intermediates are bounded to protective compounds like glutathione, sulfur, and specific amino acids. So if they cannot be safely neutralized, if phase 2 is sluggish, those intermediates do not move on. They build up, and this is where buildup of inflammation increases, hormone balance suffers, and fibroid thrives. Phase 3 is elimination. This is where detoxifying waste is actively pumped out of the liver cells, moved into the bile, and removed through your barrels. This part is critical. If you are not having regular bowel movement, detoxifying estrogen and other toxins can be reabsorbed right back into circulation and undo all the hard work that your liver's just done. So this is why constipation, slow digestion, poor bile flow, and nutritional deficiency dramatically increases estrogen dominance and fibroids to grow. Now let's talk about the lymphatic system. The lymphatic system is one of the most underrated detox pathways in the entire body. This vast network of lymph nodes, vessels, ducts, and organs like the tonsils, spleen, thymus, and adenoids, it's a job to collect waste, toxin, cellular debris, and pathogens from the tissue and transport them back into circulation so they can be eliminated. Think of the lymphatic system as a body internal drainage system, okay? You have up to 700 lymph nodes, each packed with immune cells called lymphocytes. These cells identify and destroy bacteria, virus, damaged cells, and abnormal tissue. But here's the problem. Unlike the heart and blood vessels, the lymphatic system doesn't have a pump. It depends entirely on movement, deep breathing, muscle contraction, hydration, and nerve system regulation to keep things flowing. When you are sedentary, chronic stress, inflamed, dehydrated, or dealing with excessive weight, lymph flow slows down, When your lymph becomes stagnant, toxin accumulates, immune function drops, inflammation rises, and fibroid progression accelerates. This is why many women with fibroids will experience swelling, breast tenderness, pelvic congestion, fatigue, chronic inflammation, and slow detoxification. And there's one more layer. Your brain, it has its own detox pathway called a lymphatic system, which clears metabolic waste while you sleep. So poor sleep, chronic stress, and inflammation slows this system right down, contributing to brain fog, mood imbalance, and further hormone disruption. So when we're talking about detox, we're not talking about a juice, a tea, or a temporary cleanse. We're talking about whether your body built-in detox systems are supported or overwhelmed. Fibroids do not grow because your body isn't trying. They grow when your body is overloaded, when the liver is congested, estrogen cleanse slows, when lymph becomes stagnant, inflammation builds up, when elimination is impaired, hormones recirculate, and fibroid responds to all of that internal environment. So healing happens when the load is reduced and the flow is restored. As always, save this, share it, and follow me for more A to Z of fibroids.